Shared cinematic universes have quickly become a staple of the streaming landscape, and they're not limited to superhero shows or sci-fi franchises. Crime dramas and cop procedurals have also been flourishing under the cinematic universe model, carrying on the rich legacy started in the broadcast era by the likes of NCIS's trove of spin-offs or the sprawling Dick Wolf universe. One stream that has capitalized on the shared crime universe concept better than almost any other is Prime Video. Rather than reviving an older brand, Prime built its own interconnected detective franchise around Bosch, the gritty police drama starring Titus Welliver as the titular jaded detective. Bosch became one of Prime's best original shows, later spawning the sequel series Bosch, Legacy. Although both have now concluded, the franchise itself is far from over thanks to the 2025 spin-off Ballard, which is officially returning for a second season. Ballard follows Detective Renée Ballard, Maggie Q, who was introduced in Bosch, Legacy before stepping into her own series. Season 2 was confirmed after the first installment proved to be a major success, and production is already underway. While Ballard works perfectly well as a standalone detective drama, its larger importance to Prime Video goes beyond that. The spin-off transformed Bosch from a successful procedural with a sequel into a genuine shared television universe, and the momentum isn't stopping with the arrival of Season 2. Ballard has cemented Bosch as a flagship cinematic universe. Before Ballard, the Bosch franchise was successful but relatively straightforward in structure. Bosch, Legacy expanded the story of Harry Bosch after the conclusion of the original series, following the former LAPD detective as he transitioned into private investigation work. It broadened the scope of the franchise slightly but still revolved around Harry Bosch himself. Legacy extended Bosch's story, though the franchise didn't yet feel like a cinematic universe. That changed with Ballard. By shifting the focus away from Harry and onto Maggie Q's Renée Ballard, the Bosch franchise suddenly gained a very different perspective. Instead of simply continuing Bosch's story, the spin-off carved out its own identity. The fact that Ballard Season 2 is on the way locks in this new direction, and proves the Bosch franchise's first foray away from its central character wasn't a one-and-done experiment. Ballard's importance for cementing Bosch as a cinematic franchise is especially clear in the differences in tone. While Bosch leans into Harry Bosch being a noir-inspired lone wolf detective, Ballard focuses on Renée as a leader who relies on her team. She approaches investigations differently, and the series places greater emphasis on institutional obstacles and a clash between personal conviction and systemic limitations. Ballard does not simply imitate Bosch with a new lead character. Instead, it expands the world organically by showing another corner of the same universe through a distinct lens. The franchise now has multiple protagonists, interconnected stories, and distinct thematic identities spread across different series. In other words, it's a true cinematic universe. Ballard Season 2 isn't the only way the Bosch universe is expanding. The return of Ballard is already exciting for fans, but Prime Video is expanding the Bosch universe in more than one direction. Alongside the Ballard Season 2, the franchise is also moving backward in time with Bosch, Start of Watch, a new prequel series centered on a younger Harry Bosch. Unlike the original series, Bosch, Start of Watch will not feature Titus Welliver in the lead role. Instead, a younger version of Harry Bosch will be played by Cameron Monaghan. The new Bosch show is set during the detective's early years as a rookie LAPD officer, long before the seasoned detective audiences know. Because it focuses on Bosch at the beginning of his career, Bosch, Start of Watch will naturally carry a different tone from both Bosch and Ballard. It has the opportunity to cover narrative ground the franchise has yet to explore, as it will be a formative coming-of-age crime drama about a young officer learning how the system works. That tonal difference is important, because it means the franchise is expanding thematically as much as chronologically. When Start of Watch joins Bosch, Legacy, and Ballard, the franchise will feel remarkably ambitious for a streaming detective universe. Few crime procedurals have managed to create this kind of interconnected storytelling ecosystem without losing their grounded appeal. Between Ballard Season 2 and Bosch, Start of Watch, Prime Video is proving that the Bosch franchise still has plenty of life left, even after the endings of its two original shows.